Hey everybody, so I am back and pleased to show my Warlocks that I've been working on for a couple of weeks now. I've been juggling a couple different projects, but these are the main Warhammer 40k models I've been working on the last couple of weeks. I'm really pleased with the way these came out, and so I'm really happy to show these. I wasn't quite sure I was going to be able to pull off what I was hoping to pull off. And for those of you that have seen my first Warlock video where I did one piece, these are quite different. I did go back and base that one to be like these so I can mix them in. But with this particular series, and I'll focus in here a bit, I did a number of new things, or tried to enhance some things that I've done in the past. And so, just to show you, let me grab something here. I did a little bit of a different gem style here. Just focus in a bit, as best as I can. And I quite liked it. I thought it came out nice. In addition to that, I ended up doing some lightning effects here to show the witch blade. I'd have to say, out of all the things that I tried new, that was the one where I really felt like I need some practice. I'm not terribly unhappy with the way it came out. I did do a wet blend initially, from dark to light. I did not use the airbrush because of the proximity to of the blades to the model in most cases, so I did them by hand, the wet blend. But then sort of the white washes out a lot of the wet blend in the way I did it, because I guess what I need to really practice on a bit more is getting much finer lines when painting this kind of piece, so I can really show the contrast between the dark and the light and get the lightning effect. I did do my own custom paint for this one. I actually mixed some greens and a couple of different armor, silvers, and metal mediums to come up with this sort of metallic metal to be complementary to the green of the rest of the model. I was quite pleased with the way that actually came out. It's nice. It's a nice shiny metallic, and it looks like a different green, so it really complements. I actually put them on, I don't know what these are called, but whatever these things that hold his cape on, I actually did that for all the models there as well. I did some highlighting on the green just to show some depth on the color, and there's dry brushing as well on the fur and the capes, and also the model itself, I did some dusting with the airbrush of gray to try to show the actual more detail of the cloak. The only thing I used quick shade on in the whole model were just this sort of bone symbols, on the front of their chests. I did that over skull white, and so this is mainly a showcase. I'm actually not showing a step-by-step. I've primarily used techniques that I've done in the past. For the base, I did use an oil, which was new, and one moment. Sorry about that. So I used an oil on the base for this model, as well as weathering powders to try to give a realistic look. So I'll try to focus here on this as best as possible. Sorry. See how I can do better here. There we go. So that's just the ground effects that I chose to use. In some cases, you might have noticed I also used just some grass as well. So, I think what I wanted, I wasn't seeking particularly a cartoon look, but I find with what I've seen for Biel Tan, and particularly these Warlocks, that I think they look really good when they have a contrast between their faceplate and the helmet, whatever color it ends up being. And so I ended up getting a bit of a black outline by working off of black primer and doing some painting there. And so I could show the contrast between the white and the green. And I also went a bit more white than I usually do on the face mask to make it really stand out. That would be I guess, as opposed to how I did these guys here. These guys, this was the first Wraith Lord that I did. I did end up basing them the same just so I could use them together. But on this one, I really liked the wet blend that I did to do the sort of Witchblade that he has. I think that came out really good. But in general, I like this white look personally better than what I did by just doing the same thing I did for the front plate on this face plate, just making a bone look. I find these guys look a bit scarier that way. I also made his eyes really pop quite a bit more than I did before. And so, I don't know, maybe I'll describe it as just having painted now for another 8 months. Just try to use some more techniques and make them really pop. So yeah, you tell me which one you like better. Maybe this one actually looks better to some folks, but I quite happy with the way it came out, and happy to show you guys. I'm actually going to show a picture at the end of these guys with some different lighting on my dining room table. Maybe too much information, but I find that my dining room table, which has a nice espresso finish, has a nice softer lighting, and I find that I take better pictures. This gets very washed out where I work, and so I'm going to close with a picture of these guys there. I hope you guys like it, and I will be back with more videos. Thanks for watching.